I'm Allison with MuchMusic.com, and I'm here with Conor Maynard for the first time in Canada.
Yes.
Yes, so of course I had to give you a welcoming bag of some Canadian items. I couldn't find any big bags, so I used this one. So you've got some Canadian things and some English things to remind you of home.
Yeah. Oh, these are called Walkers back in the UK.
Oh, okay, so you guys have ketchup chips?
Yeah. Oh no, ketchup.
Ketchup. It's a Canadian delicacy.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm impressed.
So you've got some ketchup chips in there.
I've got...
These are the closest thing we have to jammies.
Jammy Dodgers.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is our version of them.
Oh, they look nice actually.
So,
in the middle. Creme de fruit.
A little bit of home for you.
Amazing.
We've got... What else? Now this, I know you're a big Drake fan. Do you know Degrassi? It really rings a bell. It's the show he was on for 7 years.
Oh yeah.
And it's a Canadian show, so now you have some Drake swag. You've got a Hello Canada magazine.
Oh, and look at that.
And your Maynard candies, of course. English and your name.
I know, amazing. Do you know that actually in the UK once, I had no money on me. And I went to a little shop and I tried to blag that I owned them. And I literally got out my ID and everything. I was literally like, no, my granddad owns this company, and he was like, just get out. Okay.
I feel like I thought it should work. And then you've got some nibs too, which is a Canadian type of licorice. So you can eat your way through the rest of the trip.
I definitely will. I'm just waiting to devour them.
So welcome to Canada.
Thank you very much. Very good one.
And it matches your pants, which is great.
There we go.
So now, I know you are a big Drake fan, of course. You've covered him so much. You've met Lil Wayne. Have you met Drake? Or?
I haven't. I was so close to meeting him. I went to a show of his in Glasgow when he was over in the UK, and a good friend of mine, Rita Ora, was supporting for him. So I was kind of in her dressing room with all of us lot, and yeah, she just performed. We came back and we're going to meet him, but then he just started warming up. And I understand that when you're back to a massive show, when you're warming up,
in your zone,
you have to get in your zone. So I understand that. But hopefully one day, that would be amazing. So really cool.
And of course, Rita Ora is a new English artist, much like yourself.
Yes.
And you're a big fan of Drake, but you've got some very big fans as well. You've got Kylie Minogue tweeting about you, and Lily Allen, and Ed Sheeran, and JLS. What is it like when you get this tweet from Lily Allen, who has your concert ticket? Take me through the mind frame.
That was crazy. I mean, I was kind of getting ready for the show. And then someone told me Lily's coming down, and I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, she. And I was like, oh, did she get a free ticket? They're like, no, she bought the ticket, and she bought a T-shirt as well. She bought a Maniacs T-shirt, and she wore that, and it was amazing. I think for me, it's I was a bit worried because I know that Lily is very kind of vocal about what she thinks.
If she doesn't like it,
what she thinks
she
about
will
things.
say it.
So I was waiting for something to be said, because obviously as things were progressing, people have got to start to make their opinions, and yeah, to see that was absolutely amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better kind of response, especially from her. So that was, for me, that was just amazing. It really enjoyed that show because of that. So yeah. And
you've had such a great response from people like Lily and Ed Sheeran, and you've also had a great response from the YouTube community as well, which you've stayed very close to, which I like. You're still tweeting about people that you worked with, and you're still working with people.
I kind of funny enough, my Twitter bio, the little kind of description about yourself, it says it's lonely at the top, so that's why I'm going to take you all with me, kind of thing. So I always see the people that kind of helped me along the way. I can't just forget about them. I've kind of been tweeting about other YouTube artists that are trying to do exactly what has happened for me. But you got to remember at the same time, I'm still on my journey as well. I can't kind of think, right, I'm done, let me help everyone else now. I've still got a long way to go. So whenever I get that free moment, I try and help as many people as I possibly can. So yeah.
And tell me a little bit about how you started. I know a friend of yours heard you sing and kind of encouraged you to keep going, but you worked with a lot of people that weren't where you were from. Is that right? You worked a lot with Anthony Mello, and he's in the States.
Yeah.
How does that work? Yeah,
he's from Virginia. He it's so funny. He actually sent me a message over YouTube, just saying, "Man, I love your covers. I'd love to do a song with you." And I listened to his rap, and I was like, "Yeah, man." I really enjoyed it. And I was like, "We got to do a cover together." And I remember my brother was in the room, so I showed it to him, and he was like, "You got to do it." He's my younger brother, so I was kind of like, "Okay, cool." And I had this song in mind, and I still think to this day, if I had done the first song I had in my head, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Really?
We were going to do a really unknown song that just, wouldn't have got many views. It would have been cool to do, but it wouldn't have got many views. But because all my friends were asking me to do OMG by Usher, I thought, I'm just going to throw him on that, because I can't really do Will I Am's part, because it's meant to be different.
Yeah.
So I made him do it. I asked him to do it, and he did it, and then it went to 100,000 views. It was the first one that kind of blew up, so we were like, oh, it was crazy. And then we carried on doing covers, and yeah, the rest is history. So.
Have you guys actually ever met?
Yeah, we have. I'm actually seeing him on Wednesday. Well, I don't know when this is going up, but, yeah, okay. I'm meeting him tomorrow, so you know it's gonna be amazing. I'm going to New York to film my next music video.
Is this your first time going to North America?
No. I've had quite a few times. I've worked in New York, LA, Atlanta, Miami. I spent a week in Miami with Pharrell Williams.
Yes, I got to talk to you about Pharrell.
Yes.
What is it like spending a week with him? Because you were very good about updating people, being in the studio with him. But I feel like that week a blur. Do you remember what happened?
Yeah, definitely. I think I kind of tried to capture as much of it as possible. I got like videos on my phone and stuff, and like all that kind of thing. I think would be, you know, if things turn out the way I want them to, it would be amazing to release that one day, kind of thing, like to show the process. But yeah, he was just like, he was such a cool person. I was so nervous at first. I was like, oh, what if he doesn't remember who I am? Like, what if it's just one of those sessions where it's just just a throwaway session? But you know, it was amazing. He was really eager to go, and he kind of said to me on the third day, he's like, man, like, I believe in you. I want you to change the future of pop music. And I was like, okay, I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you, man. So you know, it was a massive kind of compliment for me, and it gave me like a huge confidence boost. Like, right, okay, I really want to do this. So.
And how many of the tracks that you worked on with him are going to be on the album?
So far, there will be one. I know there will be one. I think there'll be a little feature as well, which will be really cool.
With him on the track?
Yes.
Wow.
Exactly. So I mean, the thing is, at the end of the hard thing is that things always change, and you never know what's going to be confirmed and what's going to happen. But you know, I feel strongly about that at the moment. I also spent a few days with Neo over in LA, which was amazing. So there hopefully will be a little thing going on there with Rita as well, as we mentioned earlier. There should be a collaboration with Rita. So there's going to be some really cool things. I mean, for me, it's just that it's the first album, so it's like I'm amazed that these things have happened so early on. I thought maybe second or third album might be in the studio for Pharrell, but.
Is it difficult because it's your first and you want to just fit everything in, and you've got to cut some things?
It is hard because you lose concept of the fact that people do second albums and people do third albums. You don't have to do it all in one album, but at the same time, I'm just like, I want to make it as perfect as possible for what I can do right now. And if I have the power to kind of have these massive names on my first album, I would love for it to happen. I think you can't really like throw away just because you think, oh, I'll do it next album. I think, you know, I've got it now, so let's do it.
And Neo found out about you because of your cover, Beautiful Monster.
Exactly.
Did he call you? Like, did you think you were being pranked? How does that happen?
No. I remember when when I first heard that, you know, kind of someone who knew Neo was kind of trying to contact me. I didn't believe it at all. I was kind of like, okay, right. And then they were saying, yeah, we'd love to get out to the States. And I didn't want to kind of fall for it, get to the States, and have my friends ring, be like, "Way, got you," and I'd be like, "Oh," just like start crying.
It's an expensive prank.
Yeah, no, you're like, "Oh, thanks, guys, thanks." but no, so I asked, like, look, I don't mean to be rude, but is there any proof? Like, I don't really know who you are, like that kind of thing. So they said, "Yeah, man, no, we'll get Neo to talk to you somehow." And I was like, "Okay." And then, yeah, sure enough, and a few days later, I was sitting on Skype with Neo, talking about music, and him telling me he wanted to sign me. So it was absolutely incredible. So yeah.
And what's the new album going to sound like? Is it going to sound like what we've heard so far?
Well, I mean, it's called Contrast, so I suppose the clue's kind of in the name.
Right.
I think for me, it's like it is trying to create that versatility that I had in my covers, where like I had songs like "Only Girl in the World," which is like kind of big, pumping, upbeat song, all the way down to like a stripped back me and piano kind of thing. And I've tried to recreate that because there are fans of the slow songs and there are fans of the up-tempo songs, and then there are fans of just everything. Yeah. So I'm just trying to create that kind of again for that range for my album. And yeah, I think it's just a contrast of what people will expect.
Well, you've already done that with the first two singles, with Can't Say No and Drowning, very different, which is great.
Well, I mean, funny enough, actually, Drowning isn't even meant to be a single. It was just kind of the reason for that was it's a bonus track, just for the fans to kind of have something because, you know, it's always a bit staggered in terms of our plan kind of thing of what we're kind of trying to do. So I thought, you know what, let's put out this song because I really love it. It's one of my favourite songs. And it almost wasn't going to go on the album. I was like, no, it has to go on the album. So we were, okay, let's just release it for the fans just to have. And yeah, that people really took well to it. Like, it wasn't meant to do that. It was meant to just be there for like people to listen to while they're waiting, kind of thing, for the next kind of stuff. But yeah, the next big single is Vegas Girl. So people should really
love it. I've heard it.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes,
it's
thank
amazing.
You very much.
Is it different working with producers like Pharrell and Neo, who are artists as well? Do they have a different perspective on the songs?
I suppose. I mean, I think Pharrell, in his mind, sees himself as a producer.
Right.
I think he really does see himself as a producer, and kind of he works in that sense. And if he feels that the song calls for him to be on it, then he'll do it. It's kind of always hard. Like, I remember when I was first in the studio, I was thinking, oh, can't he just start rapping every song? So no matter what song we take, we've got him on it. Yeah. But for him, it's very much kind of about the vibe of the song, and if it fits, then he'll do it. But if it doesn't, then it's just up to me. Yeah. And I understood that, and I kind of took that in. But with Neo, I mean, he's just a crazy writer. Yeah. Like, Neo is just an amazing writer, and and he did write a very crazy song that may be interesting when you get to hear it. So yeah.
And you rearrange a lot of your covers, which essentially is producing. Do you think that's something you see yourself doing in the future?
I would love to do that in the future. I mean, at the moment, kind of, it's difficult when it's your first kind of album. It's like, I think at the moment I'm trying to focus on, you know, kind of not trying to. It would take a lot longer if I had to take the time to then learn how to produce tracks and make them kind of.
And this is the time to learn from others.
Yeah, this is the time where I can watch people who are already amazing at it, and then kind of, when it comes to like second and third album, I kind of get more into that and then do it myself. So I definitely have it as part of the plan. So yeah.
And now this might be a difficult one to ask because you've had your UK tour now and you won your MTV Brand New Artist this year. But what's been the best moment of 2012?
Ooh, best moment of 2012. I think it's a lot of moments combined into one, but I think it's just meeting all the fans all over the world. I think, you know, even just in the UK when I first went on my tour and I met all the fans there, but then kind of going out to Italy, Canada, Germany, France, all these places that I've been to where I've kind of I've never been there before, and then to know that people are out there listening to my music, it's amazing. So I think it's just meeting all the fans all over the world. It's kind of those moments where it's like, wow, this is crazy. So yeah.
Well, you've got a lot of fans in Canada. They've been here all morning,
I know,
and we can't wait to hear the full album.
Oh no, I can't wait to show you guys.
Yeah, make sure you come back when it comes out.
Definitely, we'll do. Tour, go Canada.